up, horny people? And unicorns alike? It's Diane Kazer and
Kat Meyer.
What's up, everyone? We have a really fun announcement for you guys today.
So exciting.
So exciting. But first, we're going to get to your questions. And actually, we did a post about this. We just decided impromptu today at about noon. We were going to do this at 3 o'clock. So it's 3 o'clock Pacific time. You guys can watch this anywhere. If you guys aren't tuned in now, it's replay, obviously, on Facebook Live. We'll put this on our YouTube channel, too, so you can rewatch it. But for now, ask as many questions as you guys would like in the sidebar. But we have a little bit of awesome things that we're going to share with you guys today, particularly the content of sex and nutrition.
It's our favorite. That's our favorite topic.
It's which one?
Sex.
Sextrition.
And nutrition. Sextrition.
I think we're gonna have to hashtag a new word.
I dig it. We do this kind of all the time, starting new words.
You know, it's just like in the bedroom. You got to be creative, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, okay, guys. So we're gonna just give you guys a few minutes of a little bit about us first, then we're gonna get to your questions and kind of like foreplay, right? A few minutes.
I hope that foreplay lasts longer than that.
How long should foreplay last?
So I like to say that foreplay starts days before you even go into the bedroom. That way you're already primed, you're good, you're feeling confident, you're feeling secure in your relationship and yourself. Playful in the kitchen, I'm about that.
I love it too. So they don't mean like foreplay like 4 minutes?
No.
What about, so 4 days? You're saying like 4 days.
Sure, yes.
4 days foreplay, it rhymes, yes! I like that. 4 days to foreplay. Ooh. You guys, are you guys hearing that?
And you'll understand that more with our announcement later.
Yeah, and Barry, you're going to be one of the guys we're going to interview on our radio show. So I already put you down. Oh, shit!
She can't even contain herself. She's so excited.
I just fumbled the ball. Same thing happens in the bedroom for me. Whoops. The fumble the ball part, or just can't contain myself? Anyway, that was a really funny one. Okay, so today, guys, we've got, we're going to try to stick to this about 15 minutes, so you guys know me and Kat's the same way. Dr. Kat's the same way. She just graduated from school, so she's actually a doctor now. So tell everybody a little bit about that.
Yeah, I'm a licensed psychotherapist, specializing working with couples in intimacy and sexuality. So I also approach everything with mindfulness and bring in a sexy flow of yoga, because I believe that being fully in your body helps you to have the most sensational sex.
Oh God, you just said a mouthful.
Yeah.
Mouthful.
Feels
Hashtag.
good.
So, and I met Kat, actually, Dr. Kat, as you guys will know her, but first of all, I met her at the yoga studio that she and I both teach at, and then I took a class with her, and I was just like, wow, this woman she's helping me to explore more of the connection of my femininity, so I felt more sensual, and I felt more confident in the bedroom. I just felt more confident in general as a person, so it's a really good connection that she and I rub off on each other. That sounds very visual also.
We're just gonna throw these out there. I hope you guys are taking notes.
I hope you're taking notes, yeah. And there's gonna be a lot of this kind of banter when we do our announcement at the end about what we're doing. But anyway, she had asked me to be on Playboy Radio with her. So you guys may have heard a while ago. This is about a year ago, I think.
Yeah, it was last year. It was
like last July or something. Last June. Something like that. But I'll link the radio show so you guys can actually listen to it, and it gives you a little bit of a preview of how Dr. Kat and I connect and how we banter, and some of the topics that we're going to be talking about today and beyond. And so she asked me to be on the radio show for Playboy, and the topic was nutrition's impact on sex. And so like everything sex. So sex hormones, sex therapy. So she does the sex therapy side. So I'm doing a lot of the nutritional aspect of why are we not having the best sex ever? And then she's doing more of like the mental, emotional, why are we not having the best sex ever? And we don't just mean like sex, like you're just, going at it like two gorillas. Yeah, we are not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about...
more about magical sex, like a unicorn.
Yep. Vagical sex.
Vagical sex. Horny, vagical sex.
Yes. And you guys all know that the deepest way that we connect with each other is through a deep connection through sexual exchange, and then like what Dr. Kat said is the previous, the foreplay, the 4 days before the foreplay is what we do day to day. So the sex is like the highlight, but what do we do and how do we treat each other in between, and then how do we fuel our bodies to have the best sex ever, and then to have healthy kids and stuff too. So there's going to be a ton of topics.
How do we treat ourselves too?
Oh,
so this is super holistic. It's not even just looking at how can I perform for you or how can I please you, but it's about how can I be in my own sexuality and my own experience in order to attract you, in order to bring that juiciness to you.
Yeah, it's important to love ourselves first. And this is a hard topic right now. This is a very, pun intended, this is a hard topic for a lot of people, women in particular, because we feel as though loving ourselves is selfish. But it's the absolute least selfish thing to do, because the more that we love in ourselves, the less that we're reliant upon external forces to validate ourselves. And so we as women, we're the receivers, right? So we're taking in the energy and the life force that's coming from a male. So how are we receiving that energy? If we're blocked and our chakras are blocked and we can't receive love, then how are we supposed to receive a physical, help me here with the anatomy talk, how are you supposed to receive the physical male
intercourse? You're
yeah,
about penis.
Yeah, I just didn't want to say penis. It just sounded so.
Can we say that? Sure.
Yeah, the physical extension of love that exudes from a male's pelvic region.
Hashtag.
I meant it like in a metaphysical kind of like cosmic way, not just like. So that's what we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about things like this.
I'll say it. Penis.
Hashtag penis. So, penetration, yeah, that too, Barry. Okay, so today, I posted this, and Kat posted this on her wall. The 3 things that we want to challenge you guys with the homework, and then we also have the top 3 things that we're going to share with you today. We're going to just give you a little bit of, we're going to tease you a little bit on some of the things we're going to cover later. But we posted this today, and number 1, where does sex and play fall on your list of daily to-dos? Is it first? Is it last? Yeah. Is it like... Where is it? I can't even find it on my to-do list.
Do you squeeze it in between activities? Yeah. When you're taking your kids to soccer and you're going to dinner with your in-laws?
Yeah. Why are you squeezing that in instead of squeezing each other? Right?
Sliding in instead of squeezing in.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And so, yeah, no forceful penetration, right? That's also why I'm developing a lube. So, hey, it's not, if it's a chore or a bore, then we need to reevaluate this whole thing. So that's what this is about. Okay. What's number 2, Kat?
When you were younger, what was the biggest outlandish sex myth that you heard? So I'm still hearing couples coming in and telling me all these things that they used to hear as they were a kid. I remember one in particular was, you can't get pregnant in a hot tub. What? Where does that say that? Where?
But you can get a yeast infection in
a hot tub. Another one
which will prevent sex. Sorry, guys.
Another one that I had heard, I won't ever forget. It was, you can use a condom more than once.
Reusable condoms. Any guys who are on this forum right now want to?
Have you ever reused a condom before?
That's how they used to do it, right?
How did that go?
Sheepskin. Whoops, sorry. I tried to reuse the condom for the 69th time. Okay, so the third one is, are you fulfilled in your sex life? Fulfilled, and we mean that, you know, in whatever way you want to receive it. So those are the 3 challenges that we had for you guys, whether or not you did your homework or whether or not you want to hit pause and come back to this and then come back with, you know, implementing some of the things that we're talking about next into this. And then also follow us, because what we're going to do is share with you guys some ways that you can get some freebies from us and then what we're doing next. So Kat, I think we're going to start with you, because you got the juice stuff. I've got like I've got kind of like the boring scientific.
No, I love it.
I'm just kidding.
I love it.
Okay. So I want to ask you, you know, because right now what we're talking about, guys, if you're just tuning in, is right now we're seeing a lot of people, and I surveyed a huge group of people, and what we're seeing that there's a large percentage of the population, almost half, that's having sex less than twice a year or less. And so that's a problem. And we're not talking about like, again, we're not talking about banging out sex. We're talking about like, but that's maybe how you answer the questions. We're talking about like sensual sex that isn't a chore, where you're actually both receiving and you're both giving and you're both exploring your vulnerability.
You're having fun. You're enjoying what you're doing. It's not a chore.
Yes. So Kat has her top 3, and then I have my top 3. So what would you say, Kat? You wrote your little notes down.
Okay, I wrote like multiple, and she said, simmer that down. Bring that down a little bit.
We're trying to give you a little bite size.
I get so excited.
Yeah, we're both
I get
excited.
overly excited.
Yeah.
These are my excited fingers. So the number one thing that I find is that couples have resentment or scorekeeping. Neither of those, you're not going to win if you're scorekeeping or you're holding resentment. So focusing on your relational issues, coming in and figuring out where you're holding back, where are you not being generous for your partner. Maybe it's small things that add up over time where we think, oh, it's just a little thing, I'm just not even going to bring it up. But understand that when you don't bring things up, you're storing that inside of your body, and then you wonder why you have no sex drive or why you don't have desire for your partner. Well, it's because you're pissed off at them and you're not vocalizing these things. Number 2 was...
Wait, I'm going to go next. We're going to ping pong.
Oh, go!
Sorry.
Tag team!
Yeah,
go.
tag team.
Yeah!
Okay, so you guys have heard me talk a lot on, and maybe this is your first time hearing us, but yeah, you're right, Jason. Communication is super key. So the only person you should resent is yourself for not speaking up, instead of resenting the other person for not being able to read your mind. Hey, ladies, guys can't read your mind.
Other way too. Guys,
Yeah.
the ladies can't read your mind either.
Yeah.
Unless you can, because you're like me and you're magical and you can read minds.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's why we're unicorns. So, and we teach you guys, we're going to teach ladies how to be more unicorns because we want you guys to have more sex. That's the whole goal of this. We want you guys to connect better. We want you to be happier. We want you to have more energy. We want you to have like a rockin' body that you feel like you can be sensual with instead of like, turn the lights off. So you guys have heard me talk a lot about hormones, and hormones are really, really important. And so there's a couple that we talked about before on my live casts here. And one of them is estrogen, and another one is progesterone. So you know that there's, every one of us has an adrenal gland that produces sex, stress, and sleep hormones. And as long as we are super stressed out, our sex hormones get the back seat. And who has stress in their life? Internal, external. There is not going to be a day that you live in the rest of your life that you won't have stress. So as long as there's stress in your life, there won't be as much appreciation or time for, or as much depth with your sexual endeavors. Now one of them is going to be estrogen. So the lower a woman is on estrogen, then the drier she's going to be. And she's going to need a lube, but she also may not be able to orgasm as well either. And one of the top things that is killing us, that is causing stress the most, is sugar. Now, I see 150 grams a day most people are consuming, and I recommend no more than 50.
Wait, does that mean I can still have my chocolate chip cookie? It's vegan and it's GMO free.
Okay. Would you use it as a crumb, if you will, a trail of crumbs? Then I would say yes. If you use this cookie for the right reasons, then I would say yes. I definitely believe that we need to treat ourselves, and then some people even use like sugar and body lubricants and stuff. So definitely good question, Kat. But guys, ladies, you gotta watch the sugar intake, because if you want to kill a sex drive, you're gonna be consuming a lot of sugar, and sugar is the #1 drug right now. And if you're addicted to it, then you are not gonna be able to be addicted to sex.
That should be reason enough.
Yeah. Less sugar, more sex. Better orgasms.
Unless you're using it in your sexual play, and then I think it's okay.
Yep, exactly.
Whipped cream?
Yeah.
Bananas?
Yeah.
I don't know, bananas?
Strawberries.
Oh, strawberries?
Cucumbers. Oh wait, that's not really sweet.
Let's not do that.
No, never mind.
I don't want to talk about that. Another time. So it's one of the
Number 2.
I'm getting tongue tied. Number 2. On the reasons that sex drive is lowered in my couples and my individuals, fear of intimacy. So a lot of people I'm finding have this fear of being able to show up as themselves. And a lot of times it's because they aren't okay with themselves to begin with. So in order to be intimate, you're showing your full authentic self, which is incredibly vulnerable and allows us to be fully open to receive. But if we're hiding that, if we're holding back, if we're any type of feeling of fear that we might get hurt or that we might be harmed in the process, we're going to hold back. Our sensories in our body are going to be more closed, and we're not going to be open to the full juicy sensation that sex can be.
Yeah, it's really hard to. It's hard for us to even have an orgasm when we're feeling like, when we're stressed out and kind of holding those muscles out.
Our whole body will tense up.
Like tensed up, right? Like I can't even think of, oh God, the times where you're just like, how How does that play out when you're talking to couples about that in your discussions? Like, what are the number one things that, does she make excuses for why she needs to be tense? Does that happen a lot?
It's a lot of things. I will have couples who will constantly reject the invitation for sex play. I'll have couples who one will turn off anything that is related to sex because they realize they're not having sex. They will distract. They will put things in play. They will fill their whole schedule so that sex doesn't happen until the end of the day. I'm too tired, baby. I'm tired. Not tonight. I'm not feeling well. I have a headache. So they give these excuses.
Ooh, the headache.
The headache.
How many excuses do women have for why they can't have sex with their men? And I know that sometimes they are legitimate, like headaches.
They can absolutely be legitimate. However, look at why you aren't being able to, you're not taking care of those things, and why you're allowing your body to go into such extreme fatigue, and you're not taking care of yourself to have that sex drive.
Which is next.
Yeah, so
that's my field.
So we're creating this resistance somehow in order to avoid the intimacy piece, in order to show our authentic selves, in order to prevent that connection that we so want, but we are getting in our own way.
Hashtag no excuse sex.
Okay, I wouldn't go that far.
Oh, why? Why not?
Because I feel like, I don't know, it's such a complex, not a black and white thing.
Okay.
So
there's a little forgiveness and compassion.
If we hashtag this, then we're not giving compassion for people to be able to work through these things. Whereas where I come in hand, it's not your fault that you're preventing the intimacy. There's something there that's creating that block.
Good call.
So invite us in to help you explore what that is, so we can remove that, so you can have that sex that you want.
Yes, awesome. I love that answer. And I think I say that because I hear a lot of women who, and I work with mainly women, but I work with men too, and a lot of the women I work with have hormonal issues. Like, hands down, that when you think about the physical reason why women can't or don't want to have sex is because they're so damn tired. Like we were talking about earlier, like sugar is going to take us down. Sugar is going to drain our energy. Our blood sugar is going to be like this, and like 70% of us are obese or overweight, and that means that our blood sugar is everywhere, which means that we're always on this energy high and energy low. And if we're down here at nighttime, we're the lowest of energy. Even though the best time to have sex is between 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock p.m., according to the traditional Chinese medicine clock. So there are things that we need to be conscious of, that where do we want to put our energy? What things we want to focus our energy on? And if that is working 12 hours a day and filling our schedule to the brim because we don't feel like we're enough, and that's what a lot of us do, is we don't feel like we're enough. So we need to keep packing in more to compete with everybody else who has crazy busy schedules. And so transitioning that over to number 2, right here, birth control. That's my number 2 sex killer, nutritionally anyway. So what happens, and I'm not saying to you ladies to be irresponsible and to get off birth control and go to have a bunch of babies, but I am saying that you can read all this stuff on my website about the destruction that birth control leaves, because the number one thing that ends up happening is that women go on birth control so they can have irresponsible sex as much as they want, but then what ends up happening is it destroys their hormones, and they're all over the place, and they get real moody, and a lot of women end up getting puffy, and they retain water or fat. They don't feel like themselves anymore. They might get toxicity, estrogen dominance, which estrogen in high levels is cancer promoting, because estrogen is a growth hormone. And so when we see a lot of these women taking synthetic estrogens, it will plummet their sex drive, even though the intention of having being on birth control is so they can have a lot of awesome sex. So it does the exact opposite. So our role and our mission is to help you guys find the least invasive and the most efficient and the least chemically altered and hormone damaging birth control methods that you guys can incorporate in your life, so that you're having sex liberally without fear that you're going to have a child or multiple children or a litter or whatever.
Unless that's what you want.
I mean, yeah. If you want to have a litter, great. Then hashtag us and send us a picture of it and stuff. Like, hey, yeah. So we like to see the results of good sex too, which would be healthy babies. So that's another thing we'll talk about soon, maybe if not today. So that's my number 2. Let's move on to your number 3, Kat.
Yeah, the next one that I have is in alignment with those other ones, but we talk a lot about control issues. So how many of you struggle with
Hi, David. I'm sorry. Hi. Hi, everybody.
How many of you have said in the past you have control issues? Or how many of you have struggled with allowing other people to do things for you? How many of you have trouble with letting go and letting somebody else take control or take over or give you pleasure?
Receiving,
that's a better word.
Well, yeah, it's like this, right, Kat? Hey, Kat, you look so beautiful today.
Thanks, babe.
Yeah, now say it to me.
It's really easy.
Say it to me.
Oh, Diane, you look so beautiful today.
Oh, it's this new hair product. I think it's this new cream I bought for my face. Yeah, I'm having a bad hair day.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't really know what to do with that now.
Who's gonna have better sex? Right? Who's gonna be more lubricated naturally?
Who's gonna be horny?
And who's gonna have magical sex and maybe some magical babies, right? So these are the reasons why you guys might not need all these lubrications, because you are good at receiving.
But here's another thing, control. So say that you just had an argument with your partner and you can't let them be right. You can't let them enjoy the sex, because then you're letting them win, or you're letting them know that everything is okay. So as a result, your body's more tense and you're not giving, you're not allowing for the process to happen. Again, you're struggling, you're gripping on, you're tight with the control. I'm not going to let you enjoy this. Well, guess who wins? Nobody.
No one. No one. Be a
Doesn't
share
sound like
bear.
fun.
Be a share bear. So it is quite humbling, right, to say nobody needs to be right in this situation. Let's just make love, not war. That's what they mean.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. And make love on the floor, maybe. Make love, not war. Make love on the floor.
Or in the car.
Yeah.
Or in the movie theater.
Yeah, or on the beach.
Or under a bridge.
Or in the closet.
In the closet. Let's be out of the closet.
In a tree
I don't
house.
want to be in the closet.
Tree house. Oh yeah, okay. How about in a tree house?
That'd be so fun.
Yes.
What about a TV?
A horny
A TV.
A TV.
Sex and a TV.
That's a hashtag right there. Sex and a TV.
Intense.
Gosh, that's awesome. Well, we are. It's kind of like everybody's looking for Pokemon right now. We're gonna look for places that have sex. We'll start a show like that. We'll start a little video game. Okay, so the last one for me, for you guys, for everyone, and this is for the guys and the girls too, is the number 3 sex killer is not having muscle tone and fitness in your life. Now, you may have heard me talk about this in a couple other shows that I've broadcasted here. And it's not a secret, and I'm not ashamed to say this because I want to empower women, and Kat does this all the time when she speaks to people, on a unicorn. Duh, Art! Have sex on a unicorn. Oh my God, why didn't we think about that?
I don't know, but now I know. Now.
That's a perfect little meme to create, right? So, you guys know what this is? Anybody know what this is?
Something to cook with. To roll out the pizza dough.
Roll out. Okay, so this is to roll out any tension. Just kidding. No, this is actually a ab roller. This is an ab roller. I absolutely adore this thing.
Good job, Barry knew exactly what that was.
I love this thing. You're in Cancun, David? Oh my God. I hate you, love you. But this ab roller here, ladies, I'm not kidding, and men of ladies who you love, I won't even make it to 30 reps on this thing, and I'm at 25, and I have to stop because I have an orgasm. If you guys don't have the right musculature down there, then you don't have blood flow to get to the areas that allow your area, to your lady garden, to expand and to stimulate.
Lady garden,
LG.
Aww.
And so it's this, what are we doing all day? We're sitting down at a 90-degree angle, and so we're restricting blood flow right here. It can't get down to where it's supposed to. So this is why fitness is so important. And I'm not just talking about like work for 12 hours a day and then go to the gym or wherever for like an hour. I'm talking like we got to move throughout the day. We have to have our blood flow moving, because a lot of people will end up taking a testosterone cream or injection, or for females, they take all these creams. That is destroying you even more. That is just that's the same department as birth control. We want to help you guys fix this stuff naturally and organically without having to do all these things that are going to harm you and do more than good. We want these things to be natural because you can and you will have 10 plus orgasms each sexcapade by following these things. We do have a great sex life.
We're both yoga instructors, so we believe in being able to open the body.
Open the legs.
There's yoga poses that are used to increase circulation in the body. That way you don't go. Yeah.
That's in my wheelhouse. Yeah, so yes, and Joanna, Kegels. Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of topics. I mean, as you can see, you guys are coming up with some really cool commentaries on the things that you might do, or maybe you know of them, but you're not doing them, right? So our role here in your life from now, moving forward, starting in next month, we're going to be anywhere you want us to be because we are starting a
podcast.
Yippee! We'll call it a sex cast.
Sex cast. Ooh, I like it.
Sex cast. So we're starting a radio show.
A cast of sex?
Yeah, we need some cast members. Would anybody like to nominate yourselves for our sex cast? So we're going to start doing these things starting at the end of August, and we're really excited about it because we're going to focus on both men and female. We're going to talk about couples, and I think that it's important that, of course, if like Dr. Michelle, you just said, like, you know, we take care of ourselves. We want women to take care of themselves too because we want you to love on your body, to look beautiful, and that's what it is in nature. Like, beautiful birds are approached by other birds that think they're beautiful, and so the same thing happens as ladies. The more you take care of yourselves, the more you're going to be approached by men. And so our goal is that we're not just followed by men who want to hook up with us, that we're followed by women who want to empower themselves, because we've heard a lot of really good stuff behind the scenes because not everybody really feels comfortable talking about this stuff on a forum like this. So feel free to email us, feel free to reach out to us, add Kat and myself depending on if you're coming from her network and you're not in mine. We also have some freebies, so.
Yeah, but first of all, I want to say, even beyond, you know, yes, taking care of ourselves physically, but also taking care of ourselves mentally and emotionally, because when you find your own center, when you're able to find that inner peace within yourself, how incredibly attractive that is for anybody to be around. People are drawn when you have that inner peace, that inner confidence, that centeredness. People want to be around that. And think about sexually, when you are in your own, you are attracting other people that want that too.
Yeah, sexually empowered people. I mean, have you guys been in their presence? People who just don't GAF. They're just themselves. They're not apologetic for anything. They show up as themselves, and they stand in their power, and that power is also in the bedroom. And hey, you know, get freaky behind closed doors. Who gets the power? I mean, that's a lot of really good fun sex talk that we'll eventually get to.
In our podcast!
In our sex cast. And actually, Maya just made a comment. I broke my sex and need a cast. I love that one. So Maya, girlfriend, we're going to need you to create some recipes for us that are very good for vasodilation, blood flow, and sexual pleasure, girlfriend. So I think this is a whole bunch of really fun parties all starting at one time. So, okay, how can people get a hold of you and get one of your freebie downloads so they can get a little juice on who you are?
All right, so you can hit me up on my website, katmeyer.com. That's CATMEYER.com. Or you can add me on Instagram at sexloveyoga. I also have a ebook for you guys, and we'll put the link up on here. It is 6 ways to drop out of your head and into your body for sex. All about mindfulness and all about intention to bring that sensual sexuality out.
Lots of S's there, girlfriends. Yeah. Sneaky. So I'm going to also put the links, you guys can't see them right now, but I'll change the links, or I'll put the links up in the description. By the time you're watching this, they might already be there. For mine is, of course, sex related to nutrition related to sex. And so I just released an amazing series just 2 days ago, which I'm really proud of. It's taken me a lot of long hours. Make sure you guys are getting your sleep. That could also kill your sex drive. But DianeKazer.com/sexy-body. And I'm going to talk to you guys a lot about hormones. I'm going to talk to you about the top 3 roadblocks that prevent you from having your sexy body. Sexy body, sexy life, amazing sex life. Mm-hmm. So we're going to talk about, I mean, that's my series. We both have different spins on it, but together we have found that this is going to be a very empowering mission and path for everyone to follow, so we can get back to why we started having sex to begin with.
And how to make it playful. Let's take the stress and the work out of sex and come back to play.
Yeah. Like how to do like cartwheels in the bedroom?
Yeah, or yoga poses in the bedroom.
Yoga? Oh my God, have you guys ever tried yoga poses during sex? Have you guys ever tried down dog, like legitimately gone into down dog and had sex? Anybody? No one's saying anything. Come on, you guys. Okay, we're going to give you guys some challenges.
If you guys are interested, if you're in the LA area, come check me out this weekend on Saturday. I'm leading a workshop on the art of living sensually. So it's how to be in your body and in your full senses and float about your day as if you're making love to your day.
Mm-hmm. It starts there. It starts that you're making love to your day, you're making love to everything around you. And we don't mean like walking around and humping everything. We're talking about like spiritually humping things, connecting to people, and not just not just entertaining the victim mindset, the fear-based crap, that it's everybody else's fault, the politics. It just, all of those are also sex drive killers. Who turn the damn TV off and have some sex.
Yeah.
Make some love. We all have to know, who to vote for, but come on, like that's just not going to help you have an orgasm at all.
Making you be, your days be super juicy.
Yeah.
Make that juicy.
Yeah.
You can check out createyoga.com, or you can check out my website for more information and tickets for that workshop.
Ticks. Hey guys, so we're gonna go. I've got a big adventure I'm gonna go on tomorrow. I'm gonna go to the Grand Canyon and plug for 5 days and go practice some self-love on myself and hang out with waterfalls and nature with some really good friends in the desert.
Yeah. So
these are
she's
things.
leading the juicy life. I'll teach you how to lead the juicy life.
For now. Okay guys, so we're gonna tune out now. I hope you all have a beautiful weekend. I want you to, we want you to take a look at the post I just put and really sit down with those questions, answer them for yourselves, and add us, follow us, download the free stuff we were just talking about, and then reach out to us if you guys have any questions and topics that you would like us to cover in the radio show, because we already have a long list of guests that we've already talked to and they're gonna be on the show. That's the announcement. At the end of August is where we're going to start doing this, and every other week is what we're decided on right now. We're going to have a different guest on. Sometimes it might just be me and Dr. Kat talking about sex. We would love to have some of you guys maybe even be on the show, so if you are a good candidate for our show, send us an email, tell us why you're a good candidate, if there's things that you would really like help with. Think of it like a free session with a sex therapist and a nutrition expert. So cool?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
That's pretty tempting. I mean, I would sign up if I were you, if I were me. Can I sign up?
Can we sign up? Can we tag team?
Yeah, it's kind of like
you help me.
It's kind of like masturbating, right? Signing up for your own thing.
Oh, yeah, but then you have to do the own work yourself. This way, it's like
that's true.
Masturbating with each other, which would be sex, which would be foreplay, which would be foreplay. 4 days of play.
Yes. And every day should be love and orgasms, because you should always be thinking about self-love. So everything should be based on love. The more you guys are focused on love, the better sex is going to be, period. And then apart from that, if you're just super tired, then we're going to talk about the physical aspects of it. But we are going to cover everything so that you guys have no roadblocks in your way except for the things that you're allowing. So we love you all. Make love, not war, and we'll see you on the next broadcast. We'll do a Facebook Live or two before then, too, because we don't want to keep you guys in suspense, because it looks like this is a kind of a popular video, kind of a popular topic, and rightfully so. Sex is the best. Bye, guys.
Bye.